Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going deep into AI with a true pioneer,
Oh, yeah.
Samy Bengio.
Absolutely.
We've got articles and research snippets all about his career and contributions, so get ready to uncover how his work has quietly shaped the tech you use every day.
It's really fascinating.
From your smartphone to...
Absolutely. What's really fascinating about Samy Bengio is that he was working on, the foundations of AI long before most people even knew what it was.
It's true. So much of the tech we take for granted now has roots in his early research.
It really does.
Let's start with deep learning.
Okay.
It sounds complex, but it's the backbone of so much of today's AI.
Before deep learning, AI struggled to recognize complex patterns.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
How do you teach a computer to see an image?
Right.
It's not just about pixels.
Okay.
It's about understanding shapes, textures, contexts.
Right.
Bengio's work helped AI make sense of this visual information in a way never before possible.
So that's why our phones can recognize faces and even tell cats from dogs in photos.
Exactly. And it's not just about images.
Okay.
Deep learning revolutionized how AI understands language, too.
I've always wondered how my voice assistant can sometimes hold a decent conversation with me.
Uh-huh.
Is that because of deep learning?
To a large extent, yes.
Okay.
Bengio's research helped AI move beyond simply recognizing words to actually understanding their meaning in context.
Okay.
That's why your voice assistant can sometimes understand what you mean,
Yeah.
not just what you say.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It sounds like Bengio wasn't just working on deep learning in a vacuum, though.
Yeah.
He was at Google Brain, right?
That's right.
What was he up to there?
At Google Brain, Bengio was leading the development of large-scale deep learning models.
Right.
Imagine millions of interconnected neurons working together to process information, like a giant brain.
Okay.
These models are capable of learning incredibly complex patterns, but training them requires immense computing power.
So it's not just about building a bigger brain.
Yeah.
It's about making it learn efficiently.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bengio's work focused on making these large-scale models more efficient,
Right.
allowing them to handle the massive amount of data Google was dealing with.
Okay.
This led to breakthroughs in machine translation, image recognition,
Right.
and even the recommendations you see online.
So without Bengio's work at Google Brain, would Google Translate even be a thing?
It's hard to say for sure,
Right.
but his contributions were undoubtedly crucial.
Okay.
He helped pave the way for a whole generation of AI applications that we now use every day.
It's amazing to think that one person could have such a huge impact.
It is.
And it sounds like he wasn't working alone.
No.
Tell me about his collaborations.
Bengio is a master collaborator.
Okay.
He worked with some of the biggest names in AI,
Yeah.
like Yoshua Bengio, no relation,
Okay.
Jeffrey Hinton,
Right.
and Ian Goodfellow.
Didn't Ian Goodfellow create those AI-generated images that are all over the internet?
Uh-huh.
The ones that are so realistic?
Yeah.
They're almost scary.
You're thinking of generative adversarial networks?
Oh.
Or GANs,
Okay.
which Goodfellow co-invented while being mentored by Samy Bengio.
Oh, wow.
These networks pit two AI models against each other.
Okay.
One trying to generate realistic images and the other trying to detect fakes.
Okay.
This competition pushes both models to improve,
Right.
leading to incredibly realistic AI-generated content.
So Bengio is not only a brilliant researcher, but also a mentor to other groundbreaking AI innovators.
Absolutely.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
It seems like Bengio is passionate about making AI accessible to a wider audience.
We're absolutely right.
Okay.
One of his key contributions is co-authoring TensorFlow.
TensorFlow.
It's a powerful tool that allows researchers and developers to build and experiment with deep learning models.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You can now experiment with AI. Even build your own simple apps.
Wow.
Even if you're not a computer science whiz,
Oh.
that's partly thanks to TensorFlow,
Right.
which made these techniques accessible to a much wider audience.
So Bengio helped democratize AI in a way.
Exactly.
Okay.
He believes that the power of AI shouldn't be limited to a select few.
Right.
It should be available to anyone who wants to explore and innovate.
That's a powerful idea.
It is.
But it's not all about just making AI more powerful, right?
Right.
There's also the question of using it responsibly.
Absolutely.
And that seems to be a core part of Bengio's philosophy.
Bengio has always been a strong advocate for the ethical development and deployment of AI.
This brings us to a bit of a turning point in Bengio's career.
Yeah,
His departure from Google.
that's right.
His resignation was a significant event that sparked a lot of discussion about the role of ethics in AI development.
It really was.
So let's unpack what happened.
Okay.
What were the circumstances surrounding his departure from Google?
Well, it stemmed from a series of events within Google,
Okay.
including changes to their research policies
Right.
and some controversial decisions regarding AI ethics. Bengio felt these actions were not in line with his own principles.
Okay.
And ultimately, he decided to leave the company.
So he was willing to walk away from one of the biggest tech companies in the world to stand up for his beliefs.
Yes.
That's quite a statement.
It certainly was.
And his actions resonated throughout the AI community,
They did.
sparking a wider conversation about corporate responsibility, ethical AI, and the power dynamics within the tech industry.
Absolutely.
It sounds like this was a pivotal moment, not just for Bengio's career, but for the field of AI as a whole.
Definitely.
It highlighted the importance of ethical considerations in AI development and the responsibility of researchers and companies to prioritize these issues.
For sure.
So where did Bengio go after Google?
He joined Apple, where he's currently leading AI and machine learning research.
Interesting. What's his focus at Apple?
There's a definite shift in priorities.
Okay.
Bengio is emphasizing user privacy and energy efficiency.
Okay.
He's working on AI technologies that align with Apple's strong commitment to protecting user data and minimizing environmental impact.
So it's not just about building the most powerful AI anymore. It's about building AI that's responsible, ethical, and aligned with human values.
Exactly.
Bengio's career is a testament to the idea that technological progress should go hand in hand with ethical considerations.
It really is.
So even though he's moved on from Google, he's still pushing the boundaries of AI.
He is.
But doing it in a way that aligns with his values. This is where it gets really interesting.
You know how your iPhone can do things like transcribe your voice without sending data to the cloud?
Yeah.
That's the kind of on-device AI Bengio is championing.
Okay.
Keeping your data safe while using less energy.
I'm starting to see how Bengio's work has touched so many aspects of our digital lives.
It has.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
What's his overall vision for the future of AI?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And to understand his vision, we need to look beyond the technology itself and delve into the philosophical questions he's been grappling with throughout his career.
Okay.
Bengio is a deep thinker.
Yeah.
And he believes that AI has the potential to be a powerful force for good in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He envisions a future where AI helps us solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, from climate change and disease to poverty and inequality.
Okay.
But he's also acutely aware of the potential dangers of AI if it's not developed and used responsibly.
So it's not just about building cool tech. It's about making sure that technology serves humanity.
Yes.
Not the other way around.
Exactly. Bengio believes that we need to be mindful of the potential consequences of AI, especially as it becomes more powerful and integrated into our lives.
Yeah.
He's been vocal about the risks of AI being used for surveillance, autonomous weapons, and even the spread of misinformation.
Those are some serious concerns.
They are.
It sounds like he's urging us to proceed with caution.
Yes.
And to think about the long-term implications of the AI we're creating.
He is. He often emphasizes the need for a human-centered approach to AI development.
Okay.
One that prioritizes human well-being. Fairness and social justice.
Okay.
He believes that AI should be a tool for empowering people, not controlling them.
It seems like he's calling for a shift in perspective.
Yeah.
From seeing AI as a purely technological endeavor to recognizing its profound social and ethical implications.
Precisely.
Okay.
Bengio argues that we need to have open and honest conversations about these issues involving not just AI experts, but also ethicists, sociologists, policymakers, and the general public. He believes that everyone has a stake in shaping the future of AI.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
AI is going to affect all of us.
It is.
So we should all have a say in how it's developed and used.
Absolutely.
But how can we, as individuals, make a difference? I mean, we're not all AI experts.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the answer is we don't need to be AI experts to make a difference.
What?
We can start by simply being informed.
Right.
The more we understand about AI, how it works, and its potential impact, the better equipped we'll be to engage in meaningful conversations.
Right.
and demand responsible development.
So no more glazed eyes when someone starts talking about algorithms and neural networks.
Exactly.
Okay.
There are tons of resources available online and in libraries that can help you learn about AI in an accessible way.
Right.
Don't be afraid to dive in.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
Okay.
And form your own opinions.
Right.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to technology that's going to shape our future.
So education is key.
It is.
What else can we do?
We can support organizations and initiatives that are working to promote ethical AI.
Yeah.
There are groups dedicated to researching AI bias.
Right.
Developing ethical guidelines, and advocating for responsible AI policies. By supporting these efforts, we can help ensure that AI is used for good.
So put our money where our mouth is, so to speak.
Exactly.
Right.
We can also advocate for change within our own communities.
Okay.
Talk to your friends and family about AI.
Right.
Raise awareness about the ethical implications. And encourage critical thinking about the technologies we use every day.
It's about starting conversations.
Yes.
Spreading awareness. And holding the companies developing AI accountable.
Precisely.
Okay.
And remember, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
The more people who engage in these conversations, the more likely we are to create a future where AI is used ethically and benefits all of humanity.
It's inspiring to see someone like Bengio, who's at the forefront of AI development.
It is.
Also being such a strong voice for ethical considerations.
Absolutely.
Gives me hope that we can actually steer this technology in a positive direction.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bengio's career is a testament to the fact that we can have both technological progress and ethical responsibility.
Right.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Well said.
Thank you.
But before we get too carried away with the future, let's bring it back to the present.
Okay.
What is Bengio working on now at Apple?
Yeah.
We know he's focused on privacy and energy efficiency, but what does that look like in practice?
One of the key areas he's focused on is on-device AI.
On-device AI.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
It means that the AI processing happens directly on your device.
Okay.
Like your iPhone or iPad.
Right.
Rather than sending data to the cloud to be processed on a remote server.
Okay.
This has major implications for both privacy and efficiency.
Okay, I'm starting to see how that connects to his values.
Yeah.
By keeping the AI processing on the device, you're reducing the amount of data that needs to be shared with a third party.
Exactly.
Okay.
This helps protect your privacy by keeping your personal data more secure.
Right.
And since the processing is happening locally, you don't need to rely on a constant internet connection, which is great for situations where you have limited connectivity.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
And what about the energy efficiency part?
Yeah.
How does on-device AI contribute to that?
Well, when you're processing data on the cloud, it takes a lot of energy to send that data back and forth.
Right.
By doing the processing on the device itself, you eliminate that energy-intensive data transfer.
Okay.
This not only saves battery life on your device, but also reduces the overall energy consumption associated with AI processing.
So it's a win-win situation.
It is.
You get enhanced privacy, improved performance, and reduced energy consumption.
Yeah.
All thanks to on-device AI.
Precisely.
Okay.
And this is just one example of how Bengio is putting his principles into practice at Apple.
Right.
He's showing that it's possible to develop cutting-edge AI technologies while still prioritizing ethical considerations.
It sounds like Bengio's vision for the future of AI is not just about technological advancements, but also about creating a more sustainable, equitable, and privacy-conscious world.
Absolutely.
But I have to ask, are there any challenges or limitations to this approach?
Sure.
Is on-device AI always the best solution?
That's an excellent question. Yeah. While on-device AI has many advantages, there are also some challenges.
Okay.
For example, devices like smartphones and tablets have limited processing power compared to massive cloud servers.
So does that mean we can't run the same complex AI models on a device as we can in the cloud?
Not necessarily. Bengio and other researchers are working on developing AI models that are specifically designed to run efficiently on devices with limited resources.
Right.
This involves techniques like model compression, quantization, and even designing new hardware architectures that are optimized for on-device AI processing.
So it's a constantly evolving field.
It is.
With researchers pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely.
It sounds like there's a lot of exciting work happening in this space.
Absolutely.
And Bengio is right at the forefront of this innovation.
He is.
Driving the development of AI that's not only powerful, but also align with his vision for a more ethical and sustainable future.
That's right.
That's incredibly impressive.
It is.
And I think it highlights a crucial point.
Yeah.
When we talk about the future of AI, we often focus on the technology itself.
Right.
The algorithms, the models, the hardware.
Right.
But it's important to remember that behind every technological advancement, there are human beings making choices.
Yes.
Setting priorities and shaping the direction of innovation.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
And Bengio's career is a powerful reminder that we have agency in shaping the future of AI.
Right.
We're not just passive recipients of this technology.
Yeah.
We can actively participate in its development and ensure that it's used for the benefit of humanity.
So it's not just about the what of AI.
Right.
But also the who and the why.
Exactly.
The values, ethics, and motivations of the people developing AI are just as important as the technology itself.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay.
And that brings us to a fascinating question.
Okay.
What does it take to be a pioneer in a field like AI?
Yeah.
What qualities or experiences have shaped Bengio's journey and led him to become such an influential figure?
That's a great question.
It is.
And to answer it, we need to go back to Bengio's roots.
Okay.
To understand the influences that shaped his thinking and set him on this path.
Right.
Bengio's passion for AI wasn't a sudden spark.
No.
It was cultivated over years of exploration and discovery.
Absolutely.
So let's rewind a bit and delve into Bengio's early life and education.
Okay.
Where did his journey begin?
Bengio's journey began in Paris, where he was born and raised from a young age.
Yep.
He was fascinated by computers and the potential they held to unlock the secrets of the human mind.
So he was a bit of a tech prodigy.
You could say that he excelled in math and science.
Right.
And by the time he reached university, he was already deeply immersed in the world of artificial intelligence.
Where did he go to university?
He studied computer science at the prestigious École Polytechnique in Paris, earning his PhD in 1991.
Wow, that's quite an accomplishment.
It is.
What was his focus in his doctoral studies?
His research focused on neural networks, a type of AI model that was inspired by the structure of the human brain.
So he was already laying the groundwork for the deep learning revolution that would come later.
Exactly.
Wow.
At the time, neural networks were considered a fringe area of AI research. But Bengio saw their potential.
Yeah.
And he dedicated himself to developing new algorithms and techniques for training these networks to learn complex patterns.
It's amazing to think that he was working on these ideas decades before they became mainstream.
It is.
What did he do after finishing his PhD?
He continued his research at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, as a postdoctoral fellow. MIT is a hotbed of innovation, and Bengio thrived in that environment, collaborating with other leading AI researchers and pushing the boundaries of neural networks.
It sounds like those early experiences really shaped his approach to AI research.
He did.
Okay.
He developed a deep appreciation for the power of collaboration, the importance of rigorous experimentation, and the need to constantly challenge assumptions and explore new ideas. These principles have guided his work throughout his career.
It's clear that Bengio is not just a brilliant researcher, but also a visionary leader.
He is.
He's not content with simply solving technical problems.
No.
He wants to use AI to make a real difference in the world.
That's one of the things that makes him so unique. He's driven by a deep sense of purpose. A belief that AI can be a force for good if we develop and use it responsibly.
It's been fascinating exploring Bengio's career and his impact on the world of AI.
It has.
We've learned about his groundbreaking research,
right,
his commitment to ethical AI, and his vision for a future where technology empowers humanity.
It's been a pleasure diving into his work with you.
And for our listeners, we leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
The future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's being shaped right now by the choices we make, the conversations we have, and the actions we take. So let's all do our part to ensure that AI is used to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world for everyone.